Alrighty, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are rebuilding the Philadelphia Eagles after being eliminated by the San Francisco 49ers in the wild card round. The Philadelphia Eagles, after winning a Super Bowl, are out of here in just the wild card round. And it felt like this team actually regressed a ton. Obviously, they were really good last year, mainly because of Saquon Barkley, obviously getting 2,000 yards and all that stuff. He didn't have the exact same season he did at all. And honestly, just not a good year for the Eagles. You could just tell. They went 11-6. They won their division, but honestly, the NFC East was really bad compared to last year. The Commanders obviously gave them, at least some type of competition. Now, the Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants were just bad this year, which is disappointing, obviously. So you know why they won their division. Like I said, this team definitely regressed a ton. That we can all agree with that 100%. But I feel like this team will obviously bounce back. Still a good roster, obviously. I think Jalen Hurts will still continue to be with the team, obviously. I think Saquon Barkley will continue to be here. The story for the Eagles in the offseason is going to be what happens with A.J. Brown. Will A.J. Brown stay? Will he, request a trade? Will the Eagles trade him? I don't know. It's going to be a lot of stuff. With how that game ended, I think it is a strong possibility that A.J. Brown might actually leave the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles have to trade him or cut him if he ever wants to part ways. But I feel like there is a chance he might leave. Maybe give Devontae Smith that number one spot. Other than that, like I said, this team is still really good. They got Jordan Mattel, they got Landon Dickerson. They have a solid enough O-line. I feel they need to add maybe better right tackle, right guard. But other than that, like I said, it's still a really good team with a really good defense as well. Got guys like Reed Blankenship, got Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Carter, Zach Bond. Obviously, got Jaha Campbell developing in the background as well. It's still really good to be traded for Jalen Phillips. Obviously, Howie Roseman tends to be aggressive with this team, and I think he will continue to be aggressive, honestly. But we got the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl, Josh Allen winning the MVP. Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year with Puka Nacua, Defensive Player of the Year with Myles Garrett, Offensive Rookie of the Year with Jackson Dart. Carson Swissinger is your Defensive Rookie of the Year. But it's time to see who need to re-sign and re-signing stage. And honestly, I think we're going to cut or trade A.J. Brown, most likely trade him. But we got Jalen Garge will obviously accept the fifth-year option. We got Noah Smith Jr., which will obviously accept the fifth-year option. So no brainers there. And then Dallas Goedert, somebody we obviously want back. Not quite sure if we got an extension in real life, but obviously we're going to offer an extension. Dallas Goedert will come back to Philadelphia. And then Jair Alexander is interesting. He was contemplating retirement ever since getting traded to the Eagles. I don't think he played for them. So I think we might honestly let him. I know they gave us some draft capital for him, but I think I'm going to go and let most of these guys go. I think we re-sign Reed Blankenship because I think he'll be back. I mean, who knows? Maybe he won't be, but I think I'll bring him back. He'll get solid enough free safety. And then I do want Jalen Phillips back. Like I said, they traded for him as well, somebody that I think could return. He's going to test ratings. We might not get Jalen Phillips back, unfortunately. Franchise tagging him will cost $30 million. That will not be worth it. Jared Alexander, Azeez Al-Lari, Dory Jackson. And they're going to let Nakobe Dean go and give that middle linebacker spot to Jaha Campbell, John Dobbs. They're going to let most of the rest of these guys go, as you can see. And then we'll go straight into free agency to see what, obviously, we can do to improve this team. But the team has already said our blue. We might win a Super Bowl as close as next season. But here's how the team is looking like heading into free agency. So we have offensive line, like I said, it could use some work. Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, Tank, Big Speed, and they also traded for Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. So we're most likely going to have to get a whole new receiving core next to Devontae Smith. So we'll obviously look to do that. And then defensively, we still have a solid defense. We got obviously safety room could be better. We definitely need a new right edge after losing Jalen Phillips, and then maybe another defensive tackle. But I'm liking how this team is looking like a ton. We could probably play Michael Carter at cornerback 3 next year, honestly, and be fine with it. But like I said, team's already set up pretty well. It's a couple upgrades here and there, and we're good. All right, so we are trading A.J. Brown to the Denver Broncos. I tried to send him to Buffalo, but they didn't have the cap space to do it. So we're trading him for a second-round pick and a sixth-round pick. Is this what A.J. Brown is worth, to be honest? Probably not. I don't know if a second round pick will make some sense. But like I said, we're doing this trade, getting a second round pick for AJ Brown and a sixth round pick in 2027. So really good return there. The Broncos get their receiver one, and we saved a lot of money by doing that as well. So AJ Brown officially joins the Denver Broncos, paired with Bo Nix and whatever they got building over there. And then heading into free agency, I'm offering Taylor Moton a contract for him to be a right tackle for us. And then I'm also trying to offer some other players. I'll show you guys in just a second. So I think re-signing Jalen Phillips will be beneficial for us. So I'm gonna offer him I'm gonna offer him a little more money. We'll see if we can get him. So um, how does he feel about that offer though? He's going to the Chargers, so it looks like he's not going to choose, which is disappointing. So we're most likely not going to get Jalen Phillips to come back, which sucks. I think I lost him in the last video too. We did with the Eagles, but receivers we can sign. So we got Mike Evans is here, Wandale Robinson, Debo Samuel. I don't think Wandale Robinson doesn't have any interest in coming here, and he has 6 offers. I don't think we're landing him, but if we can land somebody like maybe, I don't know, Tutu Atwell, some type of receiver we can bring, like Romeo Dobbs, would not be a bad option, at least for our receiver 3, because I do want to draft a receiver that can replace A.J. Brown. So I'm going to offer Romeo Dobbs a contract as well. He has no offer, so we should just sign that. So those are my only 2 offers I'm going to offer guys in free agency. So we can see if we land those 2 guys right now. We are going to go and land Taylor Moton. I'm guessing we also land Romeo Dobbs, and we did. So I like those 2 additions 100%. So we get the receiver we needed. We get the tackle we needed that can start right away, and Taylor Moton. So I'll take that. I still think we might draft a guard. We'll see. And obviously drafting a receiver might obviously work for us as well. I think we'll do that. So on the offense, mainly receiver. If we could draft a guard, I wouldn't mind it. And then defensively, I want to draft our edge rushers since we lost Jalen Phillips. We lost the 2 guys we traded for, Phillips and Jared Alexander, which sucks. We could get upgrade at safety. We could have signed like Cameron Curl, but I want to give Andrew Mukaba a chance to start next year, see what he could do. So if I can remember, I don't think he was that healthy his rookie season. I'm not quite sure, but we can head to the draft. Like I said, this team is already still good. Might not have to do much to make this team even better than what it is. All right, well, my first round pick, I'm going to go ahead and select Denzel Boston out of Washington, and he is going to be ranked number 49, drafted at 22, but he will be our receiver 2 right away. He'll come in, we'll have a receiving core of Devontae Smith, rookie Denzel Boston, and Romeo Dobbs. That's a pretty solid receiving core, in my opinion. We'll take it. And then with my second round pick, I'm gonna go edge rusher and Romilio Height. He's a first round predicted talent. Gonna be ranked number 108, draft at 54. He's only normal. Okay, not the best pick. I'll be honest with myself. So we might not have a good edge rusher. We have a second round pick is able to make up for it. So we can make up for that pick 100%. So we got Braden Seas, Tyler Gooseby. So we could take we need a right guard though, so it would have to be a right tackle. I'm pretty sure. So is there like any right guard, right tackle we can play? So we got Max, and then right guard we got Jaden Roberts. So I think we honestly go with Jaden Roberts, or I might take another edge rusher in round 2. I'm not gonna lie, because we missed out on one. So yeah, I think I will go with Jaden Roberts here. So Jaden Roberts out of Alabama. If he's hidden dev, he'll start right away. 56. So rank number 56, draft him at 6D, hidden dev. So he will start right away for us, which is great. And then with my third round pick, if we have one, which we do, we're going to go ahead and double down on edge rushers. The one we drafted was not good at all. So we got Damon Wilson the second. We got to make sure this pick is going to be good, our right edge. So Damon Wilson, Derek Moore, and then left edge. We got like a bunch of good left edges. But these guys can move over to the right edge, obviously. So Zion Young looks pretty good. So do we go with Zion Young, or do we go with Jackson Jr.? A block shedding, A finesse, B power moves, B tackle. He honestly looks pretty good. Yeah, he looks really good. He just has a poor agility rate, yeah, he looks good. I mean, strength marginal, but Jackson Jr. here might be the pick. Hopefully he is hidden depth. You know what? We're gonna take a shot at him. Jackson Jr., welcome to the team. He's gonna be ranked. Oh my goodness, that was a bad pick. I absolutely got fleeced. Okay. We just do away another third round pick or another edge rusher pick. Great. We fumbled that draft badly, I'm not gonna lie. But if one of them are good, they'll start. Damn, he really looked good though. That's the thing. Heading into this season, also, when I'm recording this video, funny enough, the Eagles just fired their offensive coordinator. So obviously, they've been firing a lot of offensive coordinators as of recent. But right now, you saw our team overall and stuff like that. Here's how the team was looking like heading into the season. So you drafted me a tight end as well as in kid Dallas Goddard just let go. So we'll start Jaden Roberts right away. Offensive line looks really good. We added Taylor Moton to this. And then we added Denzel Baldwin, which I'll play him at receiver 2 right away. And then I want Dobbs to be receiver 3. Man, fuck I talk. I'm comfortable with this receiving core being receiving core for the rest of the video, honestly, if we could just leave it like that. Defensively, like I said, I want to make sure this defense is good and the edge rushers we drafted. I feel like Height really should have been hidden dead, but he'll still start right away. Jai Campbell going to change his start next to Zach Bond. We got Noah Smith. So yeah, defensively, we could be better, but there's obviously another offseason ahead of us to go ahead and fix it if we need to. Specialist, slot cornerback will be Michael Carter, and then slot receiver will be Devontae Smith. So 85 overall team, 88 offense, 83 defense. We'll see if we make the playoffs, but I definitely think we will 100% make the playoffs, right? No doubt at all in this Eagles team. We finished off 14-3, and we won the whole NFC. So 14-3, won our division, won the whole NFC with the best record. So that's amazing. You love to see that. This team performed incredibly, which was expected, though. Offensively, finished off 7th in the NFL. Defensively, we were 20th. But, yeah, really good season. Jalen Hurts, this is his best year of his career. I want to say it. 3,706 yards, 35 touchdowns. I don't think he's ever threw for that many touchdowns. 5 picks. Really good season from Jalen Hurts. Rushing, Saquon Barkley, 1,400 yards with 15 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts got some rushing yards, which is expected. Devontae Smith had a really good season with no A.J. Brown, 1,118 yards, 19 touchdowns, 940 yards, 8 touchdowns from Denzel Boston, Goddard, Dobbs. So receiving core were still really good, even without A.J. Brown, with him being traded. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had about 9.5 from Noah Smith, 9.5 from Jalen Crowder, 6.5 from Zach Bond. Height had 4.5 sacks, 3.5 from Sidney Brown. So I definitely think we need more pass rush, which will be addressed. Interception, we had 7 picks from Jahad Campbell. We had a bunch of interceptions, bro. 7 from Jahad Campbell, 5 from Quinyon Mitchell, 2 from Sidney Brown, 2 from Andrew, 1 from Zach Bond, 1 from DeGino, 1 from Kelly Ringo. Wow, a lot of picks. From Campbell and Mitchell. Did they lead the league in interceptions, something like that? We had Jahad Campbell lead the league in picks, which is so what a season from Jahad Campbell. He got the start this year over Nakobe Dean and definitely took advantage of it. But we won, obviously. We got the first round bye, so we'll see what our matchup is in the division round. But like I said, really good season. Even without A.J. Brown, we were still really good. And in the divisional round, we have the Green Bay Packers, the 9-8 Packers. So we'll see if we can go ahead and take them down. So, like I said, we got the Green Bay Packers in Philadelphia. The next 2 games will be in Philly, so we'll see if we can beat the Green Bay Packers. So, we're going to start off here with the touchdown. We're up 7-0. We're going to get a stop on defense. We're going to get another stop on defense, and defense has been playing great throughout this game so far. We're going to go up 10-0. Heading into halftime, we're going to force another punt, and we are going to punt the ball, or they're going to punt it right back, okay? And it's been a punt game so far, but not much offense, really good defensive game from, there we go, and score our first touchdown, second touchdown of the game. But we're going to win this game 17-3. A win is a win, and we'll take that. Really good game from our defense, held in the Green Bay Packers to only 3 points. In the NFC Championship game, we got the Lions in a really, really rainy game here in Philadelphia. So we're going to start off with an interception from Jahad Campbell. We're going to score a touchdown off it, going to get a stop on defense. We're going to go ahead and let them tie the game up, but we're going to go 14-7 heading into half. They're going to get a field goal, though, right before half. We're going to go up 17-10, a pick from Cooper DeJean. We're going to go up 24-10 off that. The Lions are not going away, though, unfortunately, and about 1 minute left is run out the clock, and we got the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to win 24-17. Great game, and just like that, we are going back to the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 years. in the Super Bowl, and we got the Buffalo Bills. So Eagles versus Bills Super Bowl. It should be a fun one. Gonna start off here with a touchdown, playing against my favorite team here. They respond with the field goal, gonna go 14-3. Gonna get a stop on defense. It'll be tough to, hold Josh Allen, but I think we're gonna run up 21-10. And just like that, so far we've been getting stops on defense. We're up 24-10. We're gonna get a pick from Andrew, and then just like that, we are gonna run out the clock, and we are officially Super Bowl champions. So the Eagles, their second Super Bowl in the span of 3 seasons. We take down my favorite team, the Bills. Hopefully this never happens, but we're building the Eagles today, so we're Eagles fans today, and just like that, we got the Super Bowl. And yeah, you love to see it. Jalen Hurts, 2-time Super Bowl champion, and everybody else that was a part of that team, 2-time Super Bowl champion. So love to see it. Kind of knew this team was going to bounce back. Not really surprised about it at all. So yeah, we won the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP. Did anybody retire for this Eagles team that is important at all? No, we got no player time to go ahead and straight into resigning stage. We continue to build this team upward. So, players ready to negotiate. We got Quinyon Mitchell who accept the 5th-year option of Jordan Davis is somebody we will also accept the 5th-year option. So we win first year rebuilding this team. Actually, Jordan, he's not a 5th-year option. We have to re-sign him, which obviously we're going to go ahead and do. Jordan Davis is really good defensive tackle, and he's gonna stick around. Jordan Davis, welcome back. Tank Bigsby is a solid RB2. I think I'd like to have him back, but it wouldn't hurt me if he doesn't decide to stick around. He will stick around. Sidney Brown, I think we'll let him go. I think we'll let Ringo go. I think we'll let the rest of these guys go. Honestly, we'll go ahead and straight to free agency with $38.9 million in cap space to work with. So obviously not the most money, but I can honestly roll with it. I wouldn't mind if we sign no free agent. This team is already we're coming off of a Super Bowl run, by the way, but still want to prioritize our future flexibility. So we got Jordan Mattel, Leonard Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Jaden Roberts, Taylor Moton. We got Dallas Goedert, Oscar Delps, the backup. Denzel Boston is now a superstar dev, so you absolutely love to see that. So yeah, so far the offense looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Defensively, obviously we're still missing our right edge. Andrew's now a superstar dev, so we love to see that. So we have our new strong safety of the future. We just don't have figured out probably our right edge spot. And I mean, Blankenship's a good free safety. So this right edge, in my opinion, maybe defensive tackle 3, maybe cornerback 3. I don't know. I know DeJean will be a free agent next year as well, but we'll see what we can do in free agency if there's anything we want to do. So heading into free agency, only 2 offers here, and that is going to be John Franklin Myers and Will McDonald, 2 starters for us that we'll sign Will McDonald. Franklin Myers, we should still get him, and we will still get them both. So there was some talent here, I'm not going to lie. There was Vita Vea, which had no interest. There was Brian Brand. These will only be the 2 guys I'd sign, but of course they have no interest. Like, there was a ton of receivers. Zay Flowers, Tyreek Hill, Rashee Rice. There was Elton Jenkins, which I guess could have been a center upgrade. But like I said, I like we having Cam Jurgens, and I honestly think those 2 moves make us better, like we said. So we're cool on that. Obviously didn't add anything offensively. Defensively, we added John Franklin Myers, defensive tackle 3 for us, and we added Will McDonald, who'll start at right edge. So yeah, still think we'll draft the edge rusher, potentially even a free safety. So I think in the draft, we'll mainly prioritize maybe a cornerback 3, the long-term cornerback 3, and then offensively, I mean, maybe a center, but not much. I want to keep this offense the same. I want to keep this team relatively the same, but in year 3, I want to make a big splash for somebody on the defensive side of the football. I know Howie Roseman really, like I said, is with them big trades, but you never know. Maybe we keep this team the same, but like I said, this is only year 2 of this, so we have still so much more to go. Whatever draft pick we have, we'll look to go ahead and take. But like I said, free safety with this pick, getting somebody, I don't know, it doesn't matter to me too much. We have the 32nd pick in the draft. Last pick because he won the Super Bowl, which is fine with me. But you can see what's on the board here. So we got Lenora Sellers. We got KJ Bolden, which honestly might be the pick here. Now I'm looking at him. But, we might continue to look in free agency and see what else we can find. So centers, we don't have to take a center. So edge rusher, we got Bryce Young, Caleb Collins. But I think I kind of want to see what Will McDonald could do for his starter this year. Cornerbacks, we got OJ, we got Jair Hill, Kalen Lee, AJ Harris. Low key, I think we will take KJ Bolin this week. He's probably the best prospect left on the board that I guess we need. He's a top fit for our team. So sure, ranked 10, draft him at 32. He's hidden depth, so he'll be honestly a starter over Reed Blankenship right away. So yeah, we'll honestly take that. But as our second round pick, I'm looking at cornerback. And with my third round pick, I guess we'll select the center. Like I don't know. So cornerbacks, we got Jair Hill, we got Kalen Lee and AJ Harris. So I think we decide between these four guys. And I think we might as well just take Jair Hill this pick, honestly. Well, I don't know. I want to take a hidden dev guy because I look he's been messing up with these other picks we have here. So I know AJ Harris is good. I took him in the last video, so I kind of want to see who else is good. And I know Stamps is good as well. So is Jair Hill good? Well, we're about to see right now. Jair Hill is going to be ranked number 50 draft map 46. So or 64. So he is good. So Jair Hill is somebody will be taken in future rebuilds. And with our third round pick, honestly, either center or just best player available at this point. So you think a quarterback, take Xavier, Rob Moore, you double down on corner, we could still take an edge rusher, which we might honestly do. But I think if we potentially lose Cam Jurgens, I do want to draft the center. So one of these guys, like I said, I don't hate the idea of. So Ashton Craig, we got Braylon Moore. So or we'll take Ashton Craig. It doesn't matter to me too much. So yeah, we'll take Ashton Craig. I guess going to be ranked number. He's actually good. Surprising, he's actually hitting dev. So he will be the replacement for Cam Jurgens if we ever move on from him. But I mean, we got to give this draft like this is a way better draft than we did last year, in my opinion. We just really messed up on those third round picks, but this time we nailed every single pick. So I'll now see you guys in the lineup heading into year number 2. This season, we're 87 overall team, 89 offense, and 85 defense. It would be hilarious if we just missed the playoffs, which I don't think that'll happen though. But here's what the team is looking like heading into the season. So offensive line still looks great. Got a center in development in case Cam Durden, we don't bring him back, which I think we might not. We have a center that we drafted as in development. We got Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts. We got Denzel Boston. We got Romeo Doubs, Terrence Marshall Jr. Defensively, we got KJ Bolden, which we might as well start right away. He's our first round pick. We got Will McDonald, Josh Campbell, which had a really good year last year. Surprised he isn't superstar dev. Zach Ball, Noah Smith, Andrew Cooper DeJean. I'm going to also put Jared Hill at cornerback 3. So yeah, we got Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Jair Hill. We got Jalen Crowder, Jordan Davis, and John Franklin Myers. So special teams, we still got Jake Elliott. But specialists, slot cornerback is going to be DeJean. Star receiver once again be Devontae Smith. So nothing changes mainly at all for this team. But I'll probably see. I wouldn't mind making a splash at midseason as well. Like if we want to go after a better edge rusher at midseason, I'll definitely look at my options, but we'll see. Depends. We finished off 12-5 at the end of the season as we win our division again. The Dallas Cowboys tied us. So yeah, the AFC East was NFC East was actually really comp this year, but 12-5, which we'll take that. Offensively, finish off first in the NFL. So whoever the new offensive coordinator is doing a great job. Defensively, kind of lackluster though, but not good really. Jalen Hurts has turned into a lot better of a passer now, so we'll take it. Rushing, Saquon Barkley, I saw he was second in rushing yards. He had another great season. Receiving, Ante Smith, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 10 yards from Boston, 800 yards from Romeo Doubs, 500 from Dallas Goedert. Defensively, sacks-wise, we did have about 12.5 Jalen, 11 from Jordan Davis, 8 from Will McDonald, 7.5 from Noah Smith, 4.5 from KJ Bolden, 4 from Zach Bond, and 3 from Josh Campbell. Interceptions, we have 5 from Mitchell, 3 from Matt Campbell, 2 from KJ Bolden, and then 1 from basically everybody else. But in the wildcard round, we do have the New York Giants, so the division rival. We'll see if we can go ahead and beat them. Right, so like I said, we got the New York Giants. It will be in Philadelphia, so we'll see if we can go ahead and beat them. It is going to start off with a stop on defense on the goal line. We're still going to go up 7-0, though. We're going to tie the game 7-7, 36 seconds off. Not going to do anything with it. We're going to get the ball back. We're not going to do anything with it. Going to get a punt from the Giants. We score off it. We're going to get a field goal off it. Heading in the fourth quarter, we lead by 3 points. They're going to take the lead, though, and we are not going to score. Really, I really was confident in my team to score right there. So, repeat of last time. We We win the Super Bowl, losing the wild card round. We won the Super Bowl, losing the wild card round again, bro. Wow, disappointing stuff there. But I think I know I'm gonna. I think I know who I'm gonna trade for in the offseason that'll make the team better defensively, specifically. Season recap: the Minnesota Vikings won the Super Bowl over the Jacksonville Jaguars, but do we have any Eagles players retiring this season? I do see some other players retiring. No. Once again, everybody will stick around. Is amazing. So we'll head into the next season with how much cap space? Because I think $51 million. We have to re-sign a bunch of players. I know. So Jalen Crowder, Cooper DeJean, Ja Campbell. Okay, he's a fifth-year option. But yeah, this will be the last season because contract restructures are about to go crazy because we obviously cannot afford everything you're about to see right now. So yeah, this will be tough. Starting off with Jalen Crowder, we cannot lose him. We have to make sure we re-sign him. And that'll probably be the only guy we're able to afford at this point. Gene will be affordable, but honestly, like I said, most the rest of the guys will have to take contract restructures to even bring back. So Nolan Smith, I want all these guys back here, but it'll be either contract cuts or contract restructures. So how much money can we save? We cut these players, so we could save 34.1 mil if we cut Leonard Dickerson. We could cut 23 million if we cut. I don't want to get rid of any of these guys, honestly. I'd much rather keep. So Jurgens, I feel like we can get rid of. We have a center that could play in this spot anyway. So Cam Jurgens will save $7 million. We'll start off with that, I guess. I don't want to get rid of Landon Dickerson, but $34 million for a left guard is kind of crazy. Although I think since the last season anyway, we could go crazy restructuring contracts. So who cares? Why it's not letting me structure anybody. We just signed Jalen Crowder, so wouldn't it be weird to just restructure him? So why can we not restructure? They already restructured these guys. I don't know. It's not letting me structure literally anybody else. So yeah, I think we have to cut Landon Dickerson. Unfortunately, man, that sucks. Although yeah, I really thought we could have structured literally everybody, but no, I guess that's not how it works. So how much money do we have now? Like 12 million. That obviously wouldn't be enough to get Noah Smith back. That wouldn't be enough to really get anybody back, unfortunately. So we could I just want two of these guys back, and that's it. So honestly, I guess it would be more important to go ahead and get these two guys back. So I think I am gonna go ahead and cut Landon Dickerson, unfortunately. Or do we trade him? I think I'll trade him instead. But we can't trade players before. No, we'll have to cut him because we can't trade players before the contract. We can't. We can't. So we'll save $34 million. But like I said, in my opinion, that was just really dumb. But Noah Smith and Zach Ball both be back on this team, which I guess is more important, right? So Noah Smith, he all that, and he wants to test free agency. Wow, Zach Ball, we cannot lose him though. He's somebody we have to bring back, and it will. Nolan Smith going to free agency is just so dumb now. Well, I guess we have a little bit of money now, but I think we'll let the rest of these guys go and save money for our big trade because I want to get a really good defensive player. So we might be addressing two edge rusher spots, and offensive line is gonna it's taking a hit. I'm losing Dickerson, losing a right tackle is gonna be huge, but we just need to get a left guard in the building and a right tackle in the building. Like I said, losing Dickerson hurts, but we have a center that can fill up. We have Jaden Roberts. We just need a tackle. We can start Oscar Delp next year, so it's not. We have reserves that can fill in. We just need a tackle and a guard that we can, most likely draft. But I still do want to make a trade for somebody, but it'll be tough. I want to make a trade for a significant edge rusher. Let's look in free agency for to see what we're looking like. So Antoine Winfield Jr. Wow. Mika Fitzpatrick. Wow. We just traded literally everything, but we traded a little too much, but we ended up getting Matt Crosby in the building, and that's all that matters. So Matt Crosby, welcome. I know I traded literally everything, I know, but it took a lot. I tried for Miles Garrett and work. I wanted to get a significant edge rusher in the building, and we're able to do that with the Matt Crosby. Welcome to the team, Crosby. Now I feel like all we need to worry about now is addressing this offensive line. We still have a second round pick, I believe, and we traded every second round pick. Never mind. We need to figure this out. Right tackle and left guard. It took way too much, I know, but let's say we had no money for Diggers. We have no money for anybody else anymore, do we? Huh? We still have enough money for at least some solid player that we can sign. So tackle, we got Fuaga. Let's see. Um, like I said, we could use this is what we need. So we could re-sign Moen for cheap, hopefully. No, we cannot re-sign for cheap. Never mind. What about Fuaga? Still not, will take a lot. I can roll with one of the guys we start right now. I could just right now sign I think it'll make sense to go after a left guard more, right? So Zion Johnson, I think, is somebody I'd sign for cheap. Since we can't go after Dickerson, I think I go after Zion Johnson. So he will sign. No, he signed with the Jets. Okay, well now we don't have no offensive lineman. So John Simpson, I guess, wouldn't be terrible. Um, or I mean maybe Colton or somebody. This sucks, bro. It sucks a lot. I'm not gonna lie with you. Well, maybe Moten will sign for cheap, and then we just get a guard in draft or whatever. Moten just sign that contract, and then we'll be cooking after that. Why isn't it showing me? Is Madden bugging again? Hey, it's bugging again. Give me a second. Oh, and did sign, so we can't really go after a left guard, but I'm honestly cool with this. His O-line still is pretty solid enough. And then, one of these guys can develop into something for us. And like I said, maybe training for Crosby is definitely unnecessary. But honestly, I'm cool with it. We add somebody in defense that we need. If we have a draft pick, I'll show you guys. If not, I'll see you guys in the playoffs, actually. Heading into the season with 86 overall team, 85 offense, and 89 defense. But here's how that team was looking like heading into the season. So O-line looks incredibly solid in my opinion. Like I said, left guard's pretty bad, but we still should be pretty fine. Other weapons in the offense look good. Defensively, we added Max Crosby to this, and KJ Bolin, the superstar dev. Got to acknowledge that. So we have two superstar dev. Safeties, I still got Zach Bond, Campbell, Crosby, Quinyon Mitchell, DeJean, Jared Hill. We got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. I think we look pretty good. I'll see you guys at the end of the season, though, like I said. All right, so we made the playoffs at 12-5. I think this either means we missed the playoffs, so it's 12-5 record, which would be crazy, or we obviously made the NFC at 12-5, and we did win the NFC at 12-5. So that's great. Won the NFC at 12-5. It looks like the NFC is really bad this year. So this would be our chance to go all the way, I guess. 10th, finish off 10th offensively. Max Crosby made this defense up to 14. That's good enough, in my opinion. Top 15, both sides. Hurts had a good season. Saquon had a good season. All these receivers had a great season. Oscar Delp, first start at tight end, was really good. Defensively, sacks-wise, he only had 8.5 sacks, but his presence was definitely felt, I want to say. Interceptions, we didn't have many, so maybe not. But, all right, we'll see what our matchup is in the division round. We'll see if we can win another Super Bowl for this Eagles team. All right, in the division round, we got the Los Angeles Rams. So Stafford probably isn't likely the quarterback anymore, but we're going to start off 7-0. We're going to get a pick from John Campbell. We're going to go 14-0. So gotta say, great start in the first quarter as we're gonna, it's gonna be 14-7. They're gonna get a field goal, 1 minute left. We're not gonna do anything with it. And then they're gonna go up 17-14 as we slow down the offense completely. We're up 21-17 though, and it's looking good so far. We're going up 28-17, and just like that, we're gonna win the game. We're gonna take down the Rams. Who was under center for the Rams, by the way? It was Lenora Sellers, but we are going to the NFC Championship. All right, in the NFC Championship game, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we'll see if we can go ahead and take them down to advance to the Super Bowl. So we're going to start off with the interception from Andrew, and then just like that, we're going to go up 7-0. We're going to get a stop on defense. We're going to get they're going to sack us. We're going to call it 14-0. So we're going to get a field goal, and we are going to have 1 minute to do something. We don't do anything, though. Going to have the ball heading at a halftime. We're going to score a touchdown, go up 21-3, 21-10 as they get their first touchdown of the game. But get a field goal and this game is over. We're going to win 24-10. And just like that, we take down Baker and the Bucks, and we are going to the Super Bowl once again. Bryce Underwood in the Bucks. My mistake. All right, we are officially in the Super Bowl, and we got the Cincinnati Bengals. So, gonna start off here. No touchdown yet. We're gonna get a interception from John Campbell. They're gonna get an interception right back though. So we're now 7-0. We even up 7-7 or tied up 7-7. And then so far we need to score a touchdown here. We don't. We're gonna punt the ball back, and they're gonna get a field goal. We're gonna tie the game up 10-10. We have about 1 minute 18 seconds. All we need to do is drive down the field and get the field goal and win the game. And we don't do that. We go to overtime. Okay. We could have easily won the game about a minute left. Maybe I should have hopped in there. But we're in overtime here. We got to stop on defense. So I think all we need to do now is go down the field and just kick the field goal or score a touchdown. Whatever happens, happens. So low key, if Denzel Boston burnt both his mans, he did. But unfortunately, it's a bad throw and it led to incompletion. Great. Okay. Still with the coverage, but yeah, that's a better throw from Hurts, man. That is a touchdown all day for Denzel Boston. But all right, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and hit Romeo Dubs. That's gonna be incomplete. So I don't lie, Bengals low key strapping right now, but we need to go ahead and get this first down. If not, do we even punt it back? Man, I feel like we have to, or yeah, we have to punt it back. We would start. We have to get this is a probably the biggest play of the game right here. We need to get this first down. So Oscar Delp, I'm looking at him down the field, and he is gonna be there. Got to secure catch that, and I do. I almost ran away from the ball. I'm gonna lie, but all right, we're going to get it to Oscar Delp, and just like that, it is going to be a first down. So he left him open. We took advantage of it. So I'm going to run the ball with Saquon here, and then we're going to try to over this edge, okay? And we're going to get a nice 3-yard gain from Saquon. Tight end, we ran this play last time. Tight end got open. I'm going to run it again to see if he gets open again, and he is not going to be open, but it was overthrown. So Hurts got hit while throwing it. He's on the ground right now. But okay, they're down again. Are they going to leave Boston 1-on-1? If they do, I'm obviously taking that 100%. And they are. He's going to beat his man off the line, but it's once again not a good throw, bro. Okay, I'm going to kick this field goal. We're going to get out of here. They're just going to kick this field goal because they're going to ice me. It'll be tough to make a 56-yarder while being iced, but we can't miss. If we miss, we likely lose the Super Bowl. So Jake Elliott's the kicker. He is okay. I think that's in there. Yes, it is. Now all I need to do is hit this, and just like that, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. And yeah, we got that right through the middle. Just like that, Jake Elliott gets the Eagles the win. So yeah, that's our second Super Bowl. And this. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to let us know the channel if you're not already. Have a great day or night. I'll let you guys watch the champion celebration, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.